Alright, stop me if this sounds familiar. I want to start a comic book, but I'm just not good enough. Man, I really want to paint like the old masters, but I just don't have enough time. I want to start writing and illustrating children's books, but I don't know where to start. If that sounds like you, I'm right there with you, pal. Join the club. How's it going, everybody? My name's Paulie, and right to the side of me here, I have a Procreate time-lapse going. I sketched and digitally painted this portrait of myself, as well as this full-body sketch of one of my comic book characters, Shovel Guy, just in case you were wondering. Now, I'm making this video because I recently, well, 3 months ago, I turned 24 years old. And as I keep growing older, I get more and more defined on what it is that I'd like to do for my art career. And that's to tell stories through the visual language of art, preferably in the style of, or in the media of comics, illustrations, and paintings, because those are what interest me. And I want to document that process here on YouTube. But there's the thing, right? I want to. And I often wrestle with myself on the question of, why is it that I'm not saying that I'm gonna do this? Essentially, why aren't I executing on these ideas and dreams that I have, right? These passion projects that I often talk about to my wife or just fellow art friends. Why aren't I executing on those ideas, right? I've been wrestling with this verse too, and this is gonna be the verse of the day. James 4:14, which talks about our life being a vapor and how we as humans can't count on tomorrow being promised. Like, tomorrow's not promised, you know? Life is so short. Life is like a vapor. It's like a smoke, you know, how quickly it vanisheth away, right? On some King James, yeah. And that's exactly what I want to explore on this channel and with the subsequent videos that are going to come out, hopefully. I'm going to document my journey on becoming that visual storyteller that I know I can be, one painting, one comic, one illustration, and one YouTube video at a time. Now, I didn't have anything super planned out in the sense that here's 3 ways in which we're going to do this. But, you know, I don't know much. I don't know a lot. But I do know that, for one, failure is going to be our friend, right? I've learned time and time again that me gaining a new skill or me being confident in something came from me failing, in the sense that, like, I kept practicing portraits, and, you know, maybe 1 or 2 or 3 or 4 or 5, a dozen of them didn't come out right, but it took all those dozens of tries beforehand in order for me to get to maybe the 13th or 14th one looking like, wow, this is better than those previous ones, right? And so it takes putting in the reps and failing and you know, exercising the muscle to where it fails, right? In order for you to build up that muscle again. So I know that, for one, failure is going to be our friend, right? Going forward with this goal, I know that consistency is going to be our friend as well. It's going to be the goal, as well. That's what we're shooting for. Just rather than aiming for perfection, I want to consistently put out, I'm going to consistently put out illustrations and artwork that I've been sitting on, but now I'm going in with the mind of, instead of sitting on these ideas to where they collect dust, and eventually, if I don't execute them at all, you know, there'll be ideas that I regret not executing. With this goal of being consistent, eventually ideas are going to run out, and then I'm going to have to reach back into the sketchbook, reach back into the old noggin, and grab those ideas that I've been waiting to execute on. So I think consistency is the goal. And with that, I'll have no other excuse but to execute these ideas, trying to meet that criteria of being consistent. I'm going to aim for weekly uploads. We'll see what happens. But we're aiming for weekly uploads of figuring out how to create illustrations weekly. if not daily. Let's see. Moon's the, I don't know, sky's the limit, something or other. And 3, I've found this out so many, like countless times, my wife could tell you, that whatever mental prison or whatever mental image of how hard or how daunting of a task this is going to be is usually 10 times as worse as it actually is, right? I've done gigs, I've created artwork, I've done a whole bunch of art related things that first going into it or first being asked to execute a certain idea or a gig or, you know, a service, I'm coming into it like, oh my gosh, you know, just worried out of my mind to the point where I'm almost like thinking about canceling the gig or canceling the commission because I'm just thinking like, oh, what if the client doesn't like it? What if I just don't execute it properly? Or what if I'm not good enough for this? All the terrible ideas and thoughts that we allow to permeate in our heads as we create artwork. But I've witnessed time and time again that it's usually never that bad. Like, as soon as it's done, it's like, wow, that was easy. And this came out way better than I expected. And now I'm relieved that I had this idea. I stood on business and actually executed this idea that I had in my mind. And now it's here. Now it's a painting. Now it's a comic. Now it's a whatever else, an illustration. And now other people get to consume it. Other people get to talk about it. We get to converse about it. And, you know, now we're in a cycle of just creating art, and that process of just like, you know, creating art and sharing the art and just it being a feedback loop of like, you know, people enjoying it and just, you know, just I guess affirming that, you know, why we create. And that's to build, you know, visual art is another language. Artwork is another language in and of itself. What the point of language is to communicate with other human beings, right? Our creativity is endowed in us by our creator because we're made in his image and likeness. And with us being creative beings, how much more creative is the God who created all the heavens and the earth, including us complex beings and everything around us. Yeah, those 3 guiding principles, whatever else, I feel are going to help us get through our journey of trying to execute these ideas that we have, right, for our artistic purposes. And here are the final illustrations. I even made a GIF too, or is it a GIF? I don't know. So if you want to join me on this journey, you already know what to do. Hit that subscribe button. But if you're looking for projects I've already started and executed, you're going to have to click on this playlist right here about this one canvas that I challenged myself to paint on as many paintings as I could on this one canvas, and check out all the videos that came with that challenge, right? Or you can check out this video detailing the process of how I created this illustration that won a local poster contest. All right, God bless, and Lord willing, I'll see you in the next video. Peace.